factory, she is going to see that, so she might actually think that he might do a marine siege tank push here at 7 minutes. She's probably thinking that may be problematic to her. There's the siege tank research, so we will see marine tanks. There's the starport, so we will see Vikings for vision. Mystique is going to have to go... Well, I'd have to say speedlings for the siege tanks, banelings for the marines, speed banes, possible roaches. Now, I have heard before that Mystique does actually do baneling drops as Zergling, finding her overlords are in there, carrying some banelings and exploding them on your mineral lines. Whether or not she does that this game is something to look forward to, because I've never actually seen it done in any game that I've played or any game that I've casted where a Zerg player has been playing a Terran or Protoss or even another Zerg player. I don't know why. It seems like it'd be a good tactical advantage to drop banelings across their mineral line when they don't know about it. Sounds like it'd probably be even better than doing a medi drop, as it basically instantly kill all the SCDs. MtnDew gonna take out the Overlord with 3 Marines, which isn't gonna supply block Mystique. But it looks like Mystique is actually gonna be throwing some creep to her, so we will see creep spread here, which is good. You don't see a lot of creep spread nowadays by Zergs, which is unfortunate. Mystique getting a spine crawler in the back of her base. That might be in case he tries to do some medi drop, but she should be more worried about getting units for the siege tanks and marines that are going to be coming at her through a medivac. Where's he got that rallied? Oh, and it's actually going to be seen. It's going to be seen by that Overlord. But Mystique doesn't have any units whatsoever. There she goes. She's getting some Zergling now, just getting that metal ball boost. But it looks like she's going to be... MtnDew's putting the siege tank on the cliff, taking out that Overlord. And it looks like Mystique catching that, sending her drones back to her main. Oh, she might try to put some pressure on his base, but that's not going to work because he's already got 2 siege tanks out. And there you go, sieging him up on the cliff as he knows that she's going to be sending some Zerglings. Mystique, noticing that, isn't actually going to be sending them in. She does have a problem here now with the siege tank marines sitting up on that ledge. There's not a whole lot she can do. So she's going to be taking that Zelnaga tower to see if he sends out any more marines and tanks so she can ambush them. It looks like she might actually be going for... there's a Spire, so we will be seeing Mutas coming. MtnDew coming down with the Marines, and it looks like Mystique will be sending in the Queens, but it's going to be taken out by the siege tank. Ooh, and she saved it just in time. Sending in those Marines, taking out that spine color, so it's not a hassle anymore. And it looks like the factory will be lost. It looks like MtnDew is actually going to be sending out some more Marines and tanks, but Mystique is going to see this. And she should be ambushing him. Ambush. Ambush. She's not ambushing him! Ah! That's going to be a problem. Oh, there she goes. A little late on the draw, but she might be able to take out the siege tank. No, it's sieging. Ah! The poor speedlings. Oh, and it looks like here comes the medi drop. But it looks like Mystique's actually got some mutas out. She needs to take out that siege tank. Oh, and she didn't finish off the siege tank. Oh, Mystique has some problems. Taking out one siege tank with those mutas, but she needs to take out that second one. And now she's got to deal with those marines. Looks like she has thrown up her new expansion way off in the... way off on planet nowhere. So, not going to do any good. Oh! Marines coming in to saving the siege tank's life. But it looks like Mystique's got a bunch more speedlings coming. And it looks like MtnDew is actually targeting that spire. Oh, MtnDew sending into those mutas, taking them out. And it looks like those marines are going to die from the speedlings. MtnDew forgot to target the speedlings with the siege tank. And it looks like Mystique lived to fight another day. Oh! Just as MtnDew unsieges his siege tanks, the speedlings come in, but they will be taken up by the stemmed marines. Oh, he got pretty lucky there that wasn't a big force of speedlings. Otherwise, those marines might have been dead. Oh, and it looks like Mystique came in with the mutas, taking on some SUVs. Gonna be taking out those marines, and there goes the siege tanks. MtnDew bringing back the rest of his marines. But there's not a lot of mutas there to do a sufficient amount of damage. It looks like MtnDew will be able to take out 2 mutas. And the last one leaves unscathed. Oh, and it looks like MtnDew's gonna do a drop right where all the overlords are. This is gonna be a problem for Mystique. She might actually be supply capped, flying her overlords away, but it is no use. They're all going to die. Taking out that spine collar, Mystique is gonna be running away down to her natural, making her speedlings into banelings. I don't know how effective that's going to be. Oh, and it looks like Mystique just wasted those speedlings coming in with the banelings. Oh, but it looks like she exploded them on her own baneling nest. Looks like those marines are going to be taking out the rest of those overlords and then the baneling nest. Here come the banelings. He's stunning away. Oh! And 4 marines live to fight. That was a pretty nice split there by MtnDew. He's going to be taking out that spine core now. I was building a few spine crawlers, and it looks like MtnDew is going to come in for the final push here from the front. We'll be sending in 4 siege tanks and a few marines. MtnDew pulling back those marines so they don't actually die from the blueprints. There go the spine crawlers. They're gonna be taken out by the The Marines, the Queen's gonna be taken out by the Marines as well. Mystique with an infestation pit, so we will be seeing infestors. And MtnDew taking out that Overlord, and now he's going in for the natural kill. Mystique running those drones away. She should have done that a lot earlier. Oh! But it looks like she's actually going to use the Marines to take out, or the drones to take out the Marines. And it looks like it's not actually going to work. There are too many medivacs. And it looks like Mystique's natural is going to die, but she actually is fortunate to have another base full of infestors. Mystique getting another spine crawler, just in case MtnDew discovers her base. MtnDew taking out the gold. So it looks like he will be taking that. Mystique flying around with her medivacs. Looks like she's going straight to Mystique's base. Looks like he has scanned it. Mystique hiding those infestors. She should be bringing them back for those medivacs to fungal growth them. It looks like he actually will be dropping outside her base. Sieging the siege tanks outside of the ledge. And it looks like Mystique has oh, but she unburrowed way too early, taking some damage from those siege tanks. Oh, but she doesn't have newer parasites, so she can't take out the siege tanks. And it doesn't look like she's got enough energy for the fungal growth, and those Marines have been healed up. And those infested tanks were taken out. There are too many Marines for the fungal growth to really be effective. Those investors have no more energy for fungal growth. Throwing down some infested tan, but they're not going to be enough. And there is the GG by MtnDew. It looks like Mystique just left the game. Both players are showing some BM right there. So that is game one of the best of three. With MtnDew winning it, with Marine tanks, a lot of fucking tanks, and Mystique losing to it. I am your host, LiquidJinx. This is brought to you by SCDMystique, and I hope to see you soon for game 2, possibly game 3. Hello, and welcome to another SCDMystique video. I'm your host, LiquidJinx, and today we've got a best of 3, between MtnDew, the Orange Terran spawning in the bottom mid section of the map, and SCDMystique, aka Sultan Vinegar, spawning as the Pink Zerg in the left hand mid section of the map. This is on Lost Temple, and they are spawning really close to each other. It's going to be interesting to see how this game goes. It is a TVZ game. That's a tongue twister. It is a TVZ game, which is pretty difficult for Terran, I find. So it's going to be interesting to see how MtnDew handles this. I know he does like to go 2x pressure or 2x bunker rush if the Zerg fast expands. Now I don't know what he does if the Zerg doesn't fast expand. He might do the same thing, but that may be problematic to him, as the Zerg would have more Zerglings out. So it looks like we have Mystique throwing down her spawning pool on 14, or no, that was a 15 spawning pool. MtnDew already getting his barracks up, and it looks like he's having fun with the supply depot. Mystique scouting MtnDew's base here. And it looks like with her second Overlord, she is going to place it right on her natural to see if there are any SUVs there, and it looks like she will be fast expanding here on 16. So this will be technically a 15-15 spawning pool and hatchery. There goes the hatch. MtnDew getting the tech lab for his barracks, so we will see a really early stem by him. That will slow down production for Marines if he decides to rush here, throwing down that supply depot instead of a barracks. So it looks like he might not actually be two racks in this. And it looks like Mystique hasn't actually seen the barracks and whatnot go down. She just sees the refinery. That's not going to help her too much. She's not going to see that he has an orbital command. She's not going to see that he has a second refinery. And she's not going to see that he has a second barracks going up. But it looks like she's going to do a little bit of scouting here with her Zergling. She's going to see that he has no expansion up, but she is going to see that there is a tech lab going down on a